Hey, I'm Jacob. You're watching the Prepper's Bunker Outdoors. Dax Attacks here is trying to eat me while I film today. It's a good boy. I'm here today to talk to you about the Huntsman Seax. This is a knife designed by my buddy Gabriel at the Last Huntsman. In the description box below, I'm going to put a link to his YouTube channel. And it was made by my buddy Garrett at Bear Forest Knives. So this is a prototype. We're not going to get too deep into details because they are making, hey. They are making some changes here. But what I want to talk about is what excites me about the design. So basically what we've got here, 3/16 inch thick belt knife, standard around 4-inch handle, 5-inch blade. And the Seax is a very prolific traditional knife design. So you have to imagine that it is practical for a huge variety of things. However, it's not well represented on the market, which is a bummer. And so where it has some benefits, it also requires some changes. Of course, this prototype is made with great edge geometry. It's sharp, it holds an edge, it's a high quality blade. If you're used to doing feather sticks like I am, however, down near the bottom of your stroke, you can potentially hit tip first, right? So, that would be one little thing that you might change is how you operate the blade when you're doing different tasks. And for skinning and other things, you might have to do things a little bit different because it's a different knife. However, it's a knife that does excel at all of those things, which is why we see it so prolifically used in traditional context. Now, I know that if he's able to get these into production, they will have a square spine like on this model, and Gabriel really likes a bush knife. So I'm going to strike at a ferro rod with this. I could do this all day, but it wouldn't be viable for what we're doing here. Can I just I'm trying to use a new tripod right now. It's not a good deal. However, we'll just hold it up here where you can see it. But so while you may need to use it a little bit different than what you're used to, it has a lot of benefits. Now, one of the benefits for certain styles of fighting, dang, this is actually hurting my elbow. If you didn't know, I've got an elbow surgery fairly recently. Piece of crap. Still isn't quite working right. Okay, so you might have to change some things that you're used to doing. Like I said, if I'm going to do feather sticks with this, I'm going to hold the blade more straight. Obviously, if you're used to skinning small game with a more bird and trout style knife, you're going to have to do things a little differently and watch that tip. But this straight blade is incredibly easy to sharpen. It's one advantage. I believe that it's probably historically a good knife for slashing and potentially for untrained knife combat, because you're going to see a lot of people swinging knives and stuff like that, and this is going to give you a little bit more length than a belly would give you. I think it's going to tear through the skin quite well, and you still have the power of penetrating, certainly. So there's give and take with the design, and the entire market has modern knife market has moved away from the Seax, and I think it's kind of a bummer, because although you may have to do a few things differently, the tip could potentially be considered to be less strong. The design has a lot of benefits as well. I'm excited to see where he goes with it. I wish I should have planned to do this a little bit differently, because I know that I can throw sparks better than this. But after my elbow surgery, I haven't been able to do a lot lately. I actually batoned recently and it hurt. And I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to be doing this. But then I started trying to mountain bike and that did it. Like, sucker screwed up now. So I really can't, when it comes to the ferro rod, do this justice. I'm also not going to be batoning this knife. However, I know that he's done it quite a bit. But again, what I'm excited about, this knife is a prototype. What I'm excited about is the design of a modern belt Sue. Why do I say Sue? Seax. So a few things that I know are going to change. We're going to have more of a Coke bottle shaped handle. And I like this handle. But as a general rule, I always like a Coke bottle handle better. And so I don't know, if this knife is going to go into production, who it will go into production with. He might do runs of the knife made by Bear Forest Knives. Or it might not. We'll see where it goes, but I've already done a video on this design. He's clearly determined to go somewhere with it, and that's exciting. And so he has another prototype, as I mentioned already. I'm not sure if it's a final prototype yet. I guess we will see. However, it's something to keep an eye on, to keep tabs on, and definitely watch his channel as well. I do hope that he does these to some level with, is able to sell these, because it just offers something that should be out there and isn't. Anyways, thank you for watching. In the description box below, you'll see how you can support this channel through Patreon, through doggone affiliate links, through my website, Beach and Tactical and Exodus Knife and Tool. But above all of that, we will have a link to the Last Huntsman YouTube channel. Lucky. Guess the deet's wearing off. Have a blessed day. I'll talk to you in the comment section below.